instead of going about looking for investors, you should focus on going about looking for customers.
Welcome to this program. This is Build Your Online Empire. And today we have Mr. Nkem, Effiong Nkem, as our guest. And today we'll be talking about how you can actually start and build a startup without any investors. Okay, let's get to know about you. Who is Effiong Nkem?
Okay, Mr. Dennis, thank you so much for having me on your show. My name is Effiong Nkem. I'm a full stack digital marketer and SaaSpreneur. I actually graduated from the University of Port Harcourt as a medical doctor. But after my graduation, I experienced a massive career shift from medicine and surgery to tech, both tech and digital marketing. And I'm also the CEO of Snappy Labs, a company which I started from scratch, a tech company where ideas, code, passion, and plugins are mixed to create products that solves problems. We are a team of about 21 full-time ninjas who work from 2 locations, building products and tech companies. Currently, we have about 6 tech companies like Design Bundle, Mobimatic, Douala, and Cake.
Okay, how I know before you get to this stage, you did not start from the blues. You started from somewhere. How were you able to start this big idea? And were you able to get what happened? Who sponsored you? Anybody sponsored you? Were you able to get like 1 billion naira keep somewhere, or some money keep somewhere to start? How do you start?
Okay, it all started as an idea. The reason why I went to medicine, where I went to the university to study medicine and surgery, was because I wanted to save lives. I've always had this passion of saving lives. But during my clinical years, I got to discover that the number 1 risk factor for most chronic illnesses in Nigeria is low socioeconomic status. Most of the delays that we experience in healthcare delivery is also linked to the same low socioeconomic status, like delay in getting to the hospital, delay in starting treatments. Even when they start the treatment, the inability to complete the treatment and follow up on that treatment is most times due to low socioeconomic status. So everything was linked to low socioeconomic status. I now discovered that to save life is like level 2, but the first level is to empower life. That's why I now experience that shift from saving lives to empowering lives. And I was now looking for what solution, what can I use to empower people? And I discovered that tech was that solution. And I was first step was for me to learn and empower myself. After empowering myself, the next thing I did was to start teaching, helping other companies, like in digital marketing services, helping companies to market their products. Discover that with the use of the internet and leveraging on the internet, you can actually sell in 1 week more products than you can sell in 1 year. So by the time we assist small and medium enterprises to sell their products online, the people that are working for them, the dependents of those companies, are now empowered. So that's how we were able to empower lives. Another point, I now ask myself, in Nigeria, we have tens of millions. So how many SMEs will I be able to reach out to myself? So why don't I empower other web consultants that will be able to empower the SMEs? That's when I now created web consulting training. It's my popular WebX, which has empowered over 100,000 persons in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. So I created that training, web consulting course. And from the web consulting course, we were able to empower other consultants. So we have people in Kaduna watching the video and being able to empower SMEs in Kaduna. And those SMEs in Kaduna will now end up empowering those that are dependent on them. So that's how I was able to reach out to people beyond my location. And then after a while, and then we were using WordPress, we were using Joomla, we were using different technologies to empower the SMEs. And then now discover that I can actually create softwares. We can actually build softwares that these consultants are going to use to empower the SMEs. We can build softwares that will have the features that we need. As when we decided to build our first software, which was Snappy Sites. Snappy Site was supposed to be a drag and drop website builder. So instead of our consultants using WordPress or Joomla, our consultants were supposed to use the drag and drop website builder to create websites for SMEs, and also it also came with a digital marketing feature so that they can help SMEs to market their products. So that's how we transcended from idea to services and then to products. As at the time I created the product, we already had a need in the market. That's one thing I always tell people that want to launch products. And if you want to launch products without investors, yes, you can launch products without investors. You should focus on customers. Customers will give you money. The only difference between customers and investors is that one, customers will give you money, investors will give you money. That's the similarity. But the difference is that customers are going to use your products. They don't have a stake in your products. They won't get a percentage from you. And then they also validate your idea. So instead of going about looking for investors, you should focus on going about looking for customers. And I have a few tips I use personally. Number one, which is from the tips I use, is that one, you should build what people want. Build what people want. That's the number one. That's the foundation. That's the basis. So if you don't build what people want, you will not be able to sell it. Because our focus for Snappy Labs and for other companies that don't depend on investors, our focus is we want customers. We make money. Our customers, our investors, they're our investors. So we get money to run the business, to scale the business from customers. So if we don't build what people want, everything else we are going to do is not going to work. So the first thing is to build what people want, what people are looking for. So you must spend time, do your research, and know whether your ideas are nothing, whether your ideas or whether the product you want to build is going to be what people are going to want. So you build what people want. Number two tip I normally use when I'm actually building my product is something I learned from a book called Lean Startup. Lean Startup. You don't spend too much money. You don't have this big idea you want to build. I see people coming, they want to build the next Facebook. Facebook started with just one feature, a picture rating app whereby people can upload their pictures and others will come and click on like or not like. So you create what is called the minimum viable product. You start with things that don't scale. You don't try to build things that will scale when you're starting out. That's why I always advise, personally, we started with services. Start with services first. No matter the idea you have, you want to build a mobile app building platform, start by rendering mobile app development services first. You want to build a website design software, start by rendering website design services first. So whatever you do, I've actually bootstrapped a tech company, and my customers did not know that we were actually doing the things manually. We were doing them manually. When the customers fill the form, we have something that will let them know that it will take about 24 hours. And a real human being will do it. So we start save as a service. So even if you have one or two customers, by the time you have enough customers, you can actually invest back the money you make from your customers into building the software or making it automated. So you start by rendering services first. And when you're able to render services, you can actually test the market. You can actually validate your idea. After validating your idea, the next thing you want to do is to get a minimum viable product. And after getting that minimum viable product, you will now get customers, your friends and family, your friends on Facebook. You get a few customers to come and use that software, and then you get testimonials from them, word of mouth. You get people using the software and you get testimonials from them. And they now create content. That's how we do it. We create content around our software. So if we have a software for mobile app development, we'll first create a tutorial on how to build mobile apps without coding. A tutorial that we can give away for free, or we can even sell. But at the end, when you go through that video tutorial, you will be required to use our software. So we create content around our products, and after that, we now launch. And even when we launch, we don't run adverts directly to the sales page. We run our ads directly to our the content that we created. We only run two types of ads at the level of ad. When you're starting a company like that and you don't have investors' money, we only run two types of ads. Number one, ads we run to our content. Like a typical example, how to build mobile apps, run those kind of ads. And then we also run retargeting ads for people that came to our sales page did not take action. So only two types of ads. Then we focus on free traffic. Free traffic we can get from the content we create. Free traffic. I'm talking about content. If you want to launch a product in January 2021, you don't wait until after you launch your product before you start creating content. You create the content before you launch the product. From the day you decide to commit on that product is the day you should start creating content. Content is the day you should open a blog. Every idea every product you launch as a market or a idea around the product. If you're launching a product that has to do with content marketing, that's a software that creates and that helps you search for content, then there's a content marketing niche. So you start a blog around content marketing niche. You don't need to necessarily mention your products, but you've created a blog, you're developing, you're establishing authority, and you're also building momentum around your niche. So from the day you commit to your products is the day you start creating content related to that product for your social media, for your blog. You share it, people share it, it goes viral. When the product is finally ready, you have a audience. You don't start from scratch. You have an audience to start with, and then you can also use free traffic from influencers. You can also use affiliates. We use a lot of affiliates in our business. So by the time you're ready to launch, you already have followership. You already have audience you can start from. And we also leverage on affiliate marketing. We also leverage on affiliate marketing and affiliates to grow our products too. Like if you notice some of our products, we launched them on platform like JVZoo, Warrior Plus, where we already have affiliates. And for every industry, there are also ways you can get affiliates in that industry to promote your products. Affiliates, they will take 50%, but trust me, it's better to have 50% of something big than 100% of something small. So you can also leverage on the power of affiliates for your when you want to launch your products. And then there are other strategies we use, mostly growth hacking strategies, like viral on the 19th of this month that can allow anybody to leverage the power of viral marketing to grow their software or their products without investors. Viral marketing, the way it works is like the way Dropbox did. When you sign up on Dropbox, they'll offer you an extra storage space. But for you to get the extra storage space, you must refer your friends. You must refer like 5 to 10 friends to sign up. So when you refer those 5 to 10 friends, those 5 to 10 friends will also refer their own 5 to 10 friends. Before you know it, that was how Dropbox was able to grow from 0 to 100 million users in a few. So viral marketing is also another strategy you can leverage on. And then while you're starting, you also need to minimize your costs. Minimize your costs. If I give you 1 million naira now to build a product, and I give you 100 million to build the product, most times you may end up doing the same thing. So the 1 million naira person will be forced to strategize, to look for avenues to be able to achieve the same targets within that budget. And if you have 10 million naira now, you will be forced. That's when you want to get an office, big office. When I started, I was working from my room. From my room, we moved to a small office. From a small office, we moved to a bigger space. From a bigger space, we moved to a more bigger space. So you don't just start because you have money or because you have investors. You don't go and rent a very big building. You now start paying your staff very high, competing with other bigger companies that have been there. You minimize your costs. And then when you're starting out, you forget about branding and PR. Forget about branding and PR. Focus on adverts. MTN can run adverts now just for branding. They will use MTN. But no, when you're starting out, focus on sales. Your adverts, your marketing should be directed at sales, and don't do anything that has to do with branding and PR, except it is free. Don't pay for brand mentions, and you pay to be featured on Forbes or on any newspaper. Focus on getting customers. And when you're starting out too, you don't have investors, you want your customers to be happy. Your customers are part of your family. See them as if they are your family members, and then reach out to them, understand what they want. At three levels: the customer experience, the experience they have with your brand. It's also product experience. The product working very well. Reach out to your customers, do one-on-one, use platforms like Zoom. Reach out to your customers, do one-on-one, follow up with them, help them out, take over their computer, fix bugs for them, and then help them use your software so that you can get to level 3. Level 3 is customer success. When your customers experience success, definitely they are going to refer other customers to you. And when people that don't know you come to your sales page and they see videos of customers that have experienced success using your products, they will definitely have no option than to buy. And also, as you make money, money will come. Definitely. You have your first customer, your first 10 customers, your first 100 customers, money will come. You make your first $1 million. That's not when you have to go and start buying, looking for how to buy a car. Can make because you've seen 10 million naira. So you need to be able to replow back the money you make into the business. If you want the business to grow, you replow back the money you make. You become your number one investor. Your customers buy your products, they give you the money. You become the investor. You invest back into the business. You keep investing into the business. So you need to replow back the profits you make into your business. And then you have to delay gratification. You have to delay gratification so that your company can grow and focus on growth. And then also iterate, change. Iterate. That's my phone ringing. I mean, iterate and change. You don't be emotionally attached to your idea. You started out building this particular product and you discover that your customers don't want this product, but this is what they want. You should change. Give users what they want. Discover that this particular business model is not going to work. Change. Keep changing until you get the perfect, you have that product market fit. The product is from your minimum viable product, you have a product fit, a product that is working and market fits. When you have that product market fit, then you know that you have a winner. And then while you keep growing, be ready to make mistakes. The problem with mistakes is when you make the mistakes and you don't learn from them. That's what the problem is. Mistakes are okay, but the only problem with mistakes is when you make it, you need to learn from it. So learn from your mistakes and move on.
Okay, Mr. Nkem, you've said so many things, and I actually want us to go more deeper. The deeper I'm trying to say is this. You started as a website consultant, then you now move to the next level. You said from service, then to creating of software. I know sometimes creating of software, most web developer or most consultant, they end in website design. And even the website design is not even about it's not even the coding part. The question is, how can a website developer or somebody that is a techie inclined, or even somebody that does not even know anything that has to do with website development and all those stuff, move into software development? Must you be the one to do the software? What are the steps? What are the steps that is needed for somebody who want to go into developing software? What are the steps needed for the person to move from either as a web developer or as a tech, somebody that like tech? How can a person migrate from that level to the next level of developing software?
Okay, yes, starting is not a problem. You have to, first of all, you have to make the decision, commit to it, that this is what you want to do. Because this is where you have to know that there are two different things: where you are, and that is a consultant, and where you want to be, maybe a product owner. That there's a journey. So for you to make that journey first, it comes with you being committed to it. And you have to know that you have to divide your time. Whatever time you have for your business, you have to divide it by 80-20. You don't just move completely over to this other ends, each other spectrum. You have to do what you need to do to stay alive, while you do what you need to do to get to where you want to be in the next few, maybe the next few months, the next few. So you have to give yourself a target: 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 1 year. So that was the first part of that decision making. And the second one, while you're a consultant, you should already have highlighted the areas, maybe areas where you want to build something that is better. You want to build something better, maybe from your experience. Customers really want this particular type of software, and you want to, or something you've been doing manually and you want to automate it. Maybe you are into search engine optimization. Maybe you're into search engine optimization, and there is a particular pattern you do your search engine optimization manually, but you want to automate it and create a software that will deliver. So you need to understand that this is, you already have something that people want to buy. If you don't have something that people want to buy, you need to go and research, look for an idea, validate your idea, make sure it is what people are going to be willing to buy. After that, now building the software. There are two ways to go about it. You can outsource it. You can hire an in-house team. Hiring an in-house team is going to be more expensive. Outsourcing is going to be more, it's going to also be tricky. So for you to outsource, and you can also partner. Number 3 way could be to partner with someone that is a web developer to be able to build. Well, when you want to go into partnership, I always advise, don't go into partnership because you don't want to pay. Go into partnership because you want to, you're looking for a partner. You're looking for a technical co-founder. If you don't have any, you need to, if you don't have the basic, you need to go for maybe a basic coding course. If you don't have any, you have zero technical knowledge to understand the frameworks and all those stuff, or you get a technical co-partner, a technical co-founder, technical co-founder. And your reasons for getting a technical co-founder should not be because you don't want to pay for the work. It should be because you want someone that will go all out with you. Not someone that will build the software for you, collect 50%, and then that's the end. You will now go back to another client. The business is not going to work that way. Getting the software ready is just a small fraction of the work that is waiting for you. So you don't just go into that kind of partnership that way. You pay the person, you look for money. Probably when you were doing services, you should have been saving money. You can look at ways of looking for money, friends and family, believe in the idea. But for partnership, I always advise, look for someone that is also passionate about that idea. Is ready to be a co-founder. That's for you to give the person a percentage. He's ready to be a co-founder, and he's ready to wake up in the morning every day, have a shower, dress, and go and work in that company that you want to start. I see a typical example of people want to. So one of my mentees once told me she wanted to start an e-commerce website like Jumia, and she got a web developer that will build the site for her, and she's giving the person 50%. I was not telling her, this is a logistics company you want to start, and you want to give the person that will build the site for you 50% of a company that you have to put in at least 10,000 hours in the next how many months before it is a success? Why don't you just pay the 250,000 that the web designer is asking for? I'll pay you 1 million. I'll pay you over 1 year, over 2 years. This is how I'm going to pay you. I'll pay you 100K first. There are ways, and when we get to our first 1,000 customers, so you can also always look for ways to not go into partnership, except the person is passionate. It's better to even get a beginner developer that is not very, very good with coding, that is passionate about the projects, to be your technical co-founder. And then both of you now go and look for somebody that you can outsource to build. The person can build, and then your co-founder can now manage, because management is easier. And with time, as he's managing, he's also building his skills to be able to carry on. So that's the 3 ways you can actually, you can outsource, you can start an in-house team, and you can get the technical co-founder. So for the outsourcing, I always advise you outsource twice, what I call the double outsource. First, you look for a project manager. You look for a project manager that you pay small amount of money, that understands, a developer that is a project manager, that will understand your projects. And he's not going to work very much on that project. So he will charge you very small amounts. Then he will now be the one to help you look for a developer that will build the software. Now, if you go without having any previous knowledge and hire a developer, they will deceive you. They will deceive you. Especially if you're paying per hour, and you will deceive you. You will deceive you. So you look for someone that has the experience that you cannot afford, pay him for a limited time, let him help be your project manager, help you. So that way you have a check in place. Let that person now be your project manager. So you hire two persons or two companies. The one that will be your project manager, that will be your supervisor, that will be running oversight, and the other person that will be the one to actually run the project. So even if you're paying for only 3 hours or only a few hours of the time of the supervisor, while the other one is maybe depending on the complexity of your software, or now maybe hundreds of hours or over maybe 50 hours, 100 hours. And when you're also starting out as a non-technical person, a non-coding person, I always advise you don't pay for projects per hour. You pay for projects by the project. So you bid for an entire project. And then also don't start with a very complex project. You want to build something that is very complex. No. If your idea is going to require a product that is very complex, you can break it down into phases. For the past 2 years, you have been working on one software. But the software was too complex. We had to break it down into 4 different softwares. Break it down into 4 different softwares, and we've launched 3 of them. We're about to launch the 4th of them, the last one, by December. Once we've done with the last one by December, we'll combine it all together, and in January we are going to roll it out. So if the idea is too complex, you can break it into. If you cannot break it into different products, you can break it into different features and keep rolling out. So you can always have what we call a roadmap that you show to your customers. This is the roadmap for this project. In January, we'll add this feature. February, we'll add this feature. So those are the 3 ways: hire an in-house team, 2 outsource, and 3 partner with a company or a developer to build your
project. Okay. Thank you very much. My question is this. Sometimes when I go to JVZoo, for instance, and I see software that is being launched, or sometimes I go to there's one particular site that you can actually go and check the one that's about to launch. Are you getting me? Is that? Which one again? What is it again?
Muncheye.
Okay, Muncheye. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Whenever I go to Muncheye, I discovered that sometimes you see software. Some of them, they are even similar software. I get me. Mr. A will launch that software in January. Mr. B comes again and launch something similar, doing that same thing in February, and the next person comes to launch similar software. So sometimes some people might think that what do I want to launch again when there are hundreds of them out there in the market doing similar thing? How do I know which software to launch? How do I know what to launch? Because sometimes I want to launch something giant like Facebook, or giant like just name them, all those giants. They've already launched something similar to that. So how am I going to go into that market where there are giants who will swallow me in that market? So how do I know software? What software exactly? Because it can be confusing sometimes when you go to Muncheye and you see several software. You see people have already done what you want to do. It's not like it's unique. There are thousands of that kind of software in there. So how do you know what to actually launch, or what to actually build as a startup?
Okay, you should not be scared of competitors. Personally, I don't go into any markets that there are no competitors. We have over 1,000 email autoresponders, right? There's GetResponse, there's ActiveCampaign, there is MailChimp, there is Sendio, there is Mailview. There are a lot of email autoresponders. The another software we are also using right now for this interview is Zoom. There are a lot of other alternatives. Personally, I used to go to Webinar for my webinars. Even similar to Zoom, there are a lot. There's even one that launched in India, that the UI, the interface, everything is exactly like Zoom. So you focus on you don't get scared because there are competitors. You innovate. You go into a market that is already competitive, there's already awareness. For them to be competitors, that means the people in that market are already aware of that problem. and the solution. What you don't know about is your own product. So you go in with an innovative product. If there is no innovation, then you don't need to go. You don't. So now, okay, for software, personally, I don't go into any market. I don't go into any niche, any market that there is no competition. I always go into markets that there are competitors. I go into the market, I go in and I innovate in the market. Because the reason why I went into the market in the first place was because I saw a problem that needed a solution. So it's possible the other products are not solving the problem in the way you want the problem to be solved. So you are using another approach to solve the same problem. Or it's also possible the other ones are not strong enough. They are buggy. Their customer support is not exceptional. It's possible you're coming from another angle. So you're trying to make something better. You're trying to get a better product. Because if you look at a typical example for today, I've used a lot of software today. Let me check my screen, my laptop. Currently, I think I was on my email autoresponder active campaign. And if you check, we have over 1,000 different email autoresponders, active campaign, mail view, send you, get response, Aweber, ConvertKit. There are over 1,000 different autoresponders. And if you check, they all have something unique about them. So maybe it could be a feature, it could be the angle, it could be the audience. It could be the audience you want to target. So you need to make your product unique without the feature, the audience, the angle, or whatever, make it unique. And also you have to also note that it's not all the products that you see on Munch Eye about to be launched that are going to be successful. So most of those copycats, they are not always successful. And sometimes the copycats, the product they're trying to model that was launched by someone that was not able to drive enough traffic, that was not able to market it well. Someone else can still launch that same product. Facebook was not the first social media network that came. Others came, but they were not able to sustain, to grow, to adapt. Others came, and and more are still coming. So most times you don't look at your competitors in isolation. You don't look at the competitors and then you get discouraged. If you have a solution to a problem, or you're solving a solution that another software is already solving in a different way, you can go ahead and launch it. But don't launch the product just by copying another existing product. Okay.
Yeah, no. I think my question is not. I don't think you give me the answer which I want.
Okay.
You said although you've said part of it, you said you don't go into a market where there is no competition, and mind you,
yes,
those who are in the market, some of them might have more experience than you, some of them might have more money more than you, they might have more technical know-how more than you. I get me. So if it's okay, I like competition, then you just enter the market. The big fish will just swallow the small fish. So what are the things you look at? At least okay, you see the software, you like it, you want to model it, or you want to do something similar to this. What are those things you look at so that you don't just with your small resources you jump into the market and out of 1,000 nobody even know that you even exist with all your marketing strategy. So what are those things you look at before you choose? Okay, I want to do this particular thing. Like you've launched a couple of software. Possibly the idea gotten from combination of different ideas together. But what do you look out for before you decide? Okay, this software I want to start building. I want to build it and launch it.
My focus is always on what people want. What people want. That's what I look at. If I feel this is what people, if I want to open if I want to build a webinar software, my questions I'm going to ask myself is, what will differentiate my software from Zoom? Zoom is free and the paid version. So why do I want, am I frustrated with Zoom? So if you build a product based on frustration, based on the frustration that users are currently having, no matter how big the competitor is, yes, they can swallow you up. Trust me, they can. And I've seen it happen and it's still going to happen again. But you need to focus before you go into the ring. You need to know, you need to get ready. You need to know that the big company was once a small company. And you focus on users, on what the users want, what the customers want. what your customers want, focus on what your customers want, give them a solution that is unique. Either it's easier, it's possible the other softwares are more complicated. It's possible they are not doing one-on-one onboarding. So with your customers, what they don't care about brand names and they don't care about big names. What they care about is the results. So you focus on, will you be able to deliver results to your customers? And if you can deliver results to your customers and you know you have a unique or an innovative approach or angle or feature that you can bring to the market that is going to be easy for you to build, then you go ahead and do it. That's what I do. I don't focus on my competitors. I don't focus on who is already into the market. I focus on what can I do. And it comes from frustration. My target audience are online entrepreneurs and digital marketers like me. So I know what they face on a daily basis. I know the challenges they go through. So I'm going to build a product that is going to solve that challenge for them.
Okay, fantastic. So now you've dealt with the software. Then software is good. The software which you want to launch is fantastic. Let's say you have a fantastic idea, you have a very good idea. Then what about the marketing? Because sometimes you might have a good idea, but the marketing might be wrong. So, like you, how do you go about the marketing?
Okay, if you go about the marketing the way I explained at the beginning of this interview, you won't get it wrong. Build a lean startup, like I said before, minimum viable products. And then you've been selling services first, you've been doing it manually. You've validated your idea. You know, people want this product. Then they put out that you've created if you're building a website design software, you start by first manually building the site for your clients. But then they give you the testimonial. You use the testimonial. You create content around it. Get the software ready. Get a funnel. Drive traffic and information that you've created, the content you've created around your product, and then employ growth hacking strategies like viral marketing. Your users are required to bring more users so that they can get extra or exclusive or reserved feature content or whatever. And then you focus on, you minimize your expenses. You forgot everything about branding and you're focused on getting sales and getting customers. You get customers. Focus on getting your first customers, your first 10 customers. Then you not take it for launch. Right? By the time you take it for launch, you already have stats. You already have case studies, success stories from your previous customers. Then if you don't have the marketing experience, you pay for it. You pay the copywriter, you get your copy out, you pay for everything. And where you don't want to pay for everything, you partner with someone that will take care of that expenses. By the time you do all those things, and then there's a lot of things that you have to do considering JVZoo launches. By the time you do all those things, and you already have case studies, take note, very important, case studies, customer success stories from your few customers, your first 10 customers. Trust me, people will jump and bite your fingers when you offer it to them.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let's talk about the JVZoo launches. You know, before now, we had ClickBank. Nigerians, we are more of ClickBank, but with the way at which Nigeria jumped into JVZoo, and now those people like you who are doing very well in JVZoo, and some other people who are doing very, very well. As a Nigerian who want to go into, who is trying to launch software to foreign markets, what tips can you give to Nigerians who want to venture into launching their software in international markets like JVZoo?
Okay, like JVZoo, you want to launch a product on JVZoo, you need to understand that the JVZoo audience is unique. Okay. It's not like every other audience is unique. So what is going to sell on JVZoo is different from what is going to sell on other platforms. So you need to go and do your research and check out maybe the last 2 years, the kind of products that are selling on, that we're selling on JVZoo, the top sellers of JVZoo. And then after you've done that, you can now understand the kind of product that sells on JVZoo. Because what sells on JVZoo and what sells on Warrior Plus, they're not similar products. So when you understand what sells on that particular platform, you can now know whether your product fits into what will sell on JVZoo. If it does not fit into what to sell on JVZoo, can you easily adapt or change the angle or modify the offer in a way that is to fit with the markets? If not, then you cannot launch on JVZoo. But if it does, then you can launch on JVZoo. Then you focus on getting success stories, getting people to use the products. And when they use the product, they actually get the results, what you promise in the product. Then you do a kick-ass demo video. You are a beginner, you can't launch on your own. You have to go and look for someone that is going to manage the launch for you, a partner, someone that has proven track record of successfully managing JVZoo launches. And people can go into a partnership, and then your focus is on products while his focus is on the launch. So you're going to handle everything that has to do with the launch for you, while your focus is on getting the products ready, making sure that the product is working, and also that customers are satisfied. So you handle the support while your partner is going to handle the marketing.
So what you're saying that as a beginner you can actually launch, but launching alone is not advisable. It's better you launch with someone.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yes.
If you go alone, you might end up losing money, right?
An affiliate marketer. You will end up. You will not minus. You will end up a failure in that marketplace, because it's all about relationships. Yeah. Affiliates, JVZoo launches is not about you running ads. It's about affiliates promoting for you. So for the affiliates to promote for you, you need someone that already has a relationship with them to reach out to the affiliates on your behalf. Maybe when you do your launch, after your launch, now you will now be able to establish that relationship with the affiliate. So maybe when you want to launch Vision 2, or if you want to launch something else, it now be possible for you to go alone. But for the first time, no, it's not advisable.
If there's a step 1, 2, 3 step that you can give to anybody who want to be an affiliate in JVZoo, what would that 1 to 3 step be? In a very simple, straight to the point.
Okay, for affiliate marketing on JVZoo, just like every other platform, affiliate marketing is simply selling other people's products. So you need to build your audience. Build an audience. That's number 1 step. Build an audience. Email list, or whether email list, whether social media, Instagram followers, or whatever you want to build, or messenger bot audience. But build an audience, a group of people that are loyal, that know you, that trust your recommendation and give value to your audience. Then you can easily promote affiliate products to that audience. When you want to promote affiliate products to the audience, you need to also offer them what is called bonuses as incentives. When they buy from your link, they will get these bonuses and these incentives. So build your audience. That's the number 1 step. Build your audience. To build the audience, you can use a squeeze page. Give them something of value. Give them something of value, something free. Maybe a software, a book, a case study, a tutorial, a report, a video course. Create something that your audience would like, and then give it away for free. Create a squeeze page, and then drive traffic to that squeeze page. There are ways of driving traffic to the squeeze page. You can use a solo ad, you can run Facebook ads, and use influencer marketing to drive traffic to that squeeze page. And anybody that's interested would opt into the squeeze page, and you deliver the value, build the relationship with them, introduce yourself, talk to them, and then promote affiliate products to them. And in between your promos, give them more value. Because an affiliate marketer is just like a pastor that climbs the pulpit to go and sell maybe a motivational book by another pastor, and then he gets 50% commission. So you have to give value to the audience, and you have to also sell what your audience wants. It will be difficult if I write a book on maybe a book on prosperity. I can easily, if I sell it, if a pastor of a church like maybe Christ Embassy, he can sell it faster than a Deeper Life pastor. Do you understand? So it's better to sell a product that your audience are going to relate with. So you build the audience, and then look for products that your audience are going to relate with very well, and then market that particular product to them with bonuses.
Okay. I want to appreciate you for what you've shared so far. what is the last word you like to share with the audience listening to you, watching you now? What is that last thing? That last advice that if you have known it, the step it has taken you to get to this level, it wouldn't have, at least you should have caught the step would have been reduced to some extent. What are those advice, those mistakes which you did, which you known earlier, that you can give to those who are listening to you now, who are watching you now?
Short term. Three things. Number one is to know that outsource as much as possible. Don't try to do everything on your own. Outsource. Focus on management, focus on bringing things together, focus on leadership, focus on the vision, and outsource as much as possible. Focus on strategy, focus on networking, reaching out to your affiliates, reaching out to your partners, reaching out to so get everybody. Don't waste too much time doing web frames, trying to design the sales pitch yourself, write the copy yourself, and everything. Focus on the strategy and management. Should be a jack of all trades and master of one, master of project management. So focus on, you can outsource as much as possible, outsource your way to success. That's one. Number two, money loves speed. Whatever you do, do it fast. Don't embark on projects that will take 2 years to deliver. My mentor told me once that the longer it will take to deliver, the higher the probability of it not being done. Don't tell me you want to build one very big software, or want to launch one very big product that will take you 2 years to build. You're not going to do it. After a while, you'd have what is called fatigue, idea fatigue. And you will be able, subconsciously, your body will start telling you, your mind will start telling you, giving you reasons why this project is not going to be a success. And before you know, you abandon it. And then number three is that I don't believe in starting small. Don't start small. I don't believe in starting small. I believe in starting now. So don't start small, start now. Whatever you want to do, don't wait until you, because your small may be actually be big. So don't start small, start now. First step, anything you want to do, go to Google and learn. Udemy, a lot of videos you can learn on Udemy. Don't wait. Just go, just start. Learn, Google it. There are a lot of free resources online. So whatever you want to do, start now.
Wow. I really appreciate it.
I have at my fingertips, and I wish I kept to them 100% 10 years ago.
Wow. Thanks a lot for showing up. I really appreciate it. I know that you actually coming up with a book, right? A book on affiliate marketing. Am I correct?
Secret is launching in September. I've been pushing back the date for the launch because personally, everything I do, like my WebX course, I put in my heart and my soul into it. My WebX video, so many people watch it all over the country. I have people that watch that video, they have to resign from where they were working to become full-time consultants, and then building their houses, getting married. So I put in a lot of work into my products. That was about 6, 7, 8 years ago, my WebX course. So this JVZoo Secrets, it has been delayed because I want to make sure that everything you need to crush it in product creation, product launches, and affiliate marketing is inside. Not just the book. There are other things you're going to need: the resources, the checklists, the guides, and even the softwares that you're going to need, that you need to crush it on JVZoo. And everything in the book is not based on theory, it's based on personal experience. I've done over 27 launches on JVZoo, 27 different products on JVZoo. We've grossed over $4 million in sales. So everything on the book is based on experience. And products have been featured we have over 47 JVZoo products of the day. And I'm on the top 1% affiliate on JVZoo, top 1% vendor on JVZoo. My product was the number 2 selling product in the second quarter of 2020, out of 9.5 million products on JVZoo. So everything in that book, everything on experience and not theory.
Wow. So I believe when you launch it, you will surely let the viewer to know where you will. Okay, can you tell us where they can get it in case somebody see this video and want to have access to it? How can the person get across to the the book or to the video when you launch it?
Definitely.
Can you hear me?
Group wants to be up to date about the book can join the Facebook group jvzusecrets.com.
Okay.
Or you can also go to jvzusecrets.com, sign up, and then join the Facebook group jvzusecrets.com. Sign up, join the Facebook group.
Okay. I really appreciate you. Thank you for creating time and coming for this and accepting this interview. I appreciate you. Once again, my name is Dennis Isong, and our guest today happened to be Nkeme Fiong, who have done series of great things when it comes to internet marketing and when it comes to launching and creating startup. So I believe you've learned so many things. And once again, Mr. Fiong, thank you very, very much for coming forth. Really appreciate. Thank you for not saying no. I know next time when I invite you, you create that time again out of your busy schedule to attend this interview next time, right?
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.